So I recently had this conversation with a few different people, and I even made a TikTok video about it, and that is Bofuri considered an isekai? So before we get in this whole topic, first we need to what is the definition of isekai? So isekai is a Japanese word, and if you translate it, it literally is to another world. And with that definition, that opens up the door to all the different ways that a person can get into another world. So if we look at these little subgenres of how they get in there, of course you have being transported there, of course you have dying, of course you have a portal or a gate, and then the final one is the MMORPG, and then you have virtual reality. And in my opinion, when it comes to Bofuri, I think Bofuri fits into the virtual reality, because in the anime, she's playing a game that's in VR, so that's why I think Bofuri fits there. But I know there's a lot of reasons why people would say it's not one, because one, it's literally a game. Yes, she's playing a game, but I mean, it's not like she's playing a game like this with a controller. It's more like VR, and it's not like the VR we have. She's dead ass in this game, and she can feel her body, see it there. It's way different. It's not like she's moving her body like the way we are when we play our VR. So it's totally different than what ours is.
What? I'm slow. But why?
But let's get into one of the reasons why I think it kind of is one. So first thing that I really want to talk about is if we talk about an anime that actually put on isekai on the map and made isekai this popular big thing that it is now, and that's SAO, or Sword Art Online. And we all know that Sword Art Online put isekai on the map, and we know that Sword Art Online is a isekai because how they get trapped into the Sword Art Online world. They get trapped there, and we know majority of the series, yes, there is a point where they get out that world, but then Kirito does get back into another world when we get to the Alicization part. So there's that, and then you had stuff like Dot, I think it was Dot Hack or whatever, and I know that's kind of what Sword Art Online kind of copied in a way, or got inspiration from or whatever. But yeah, that's why I kind of have Bofuri, because I mean, Bofuri kind of is it's a VR game. Yeah, she doesn't get stuck in the game, but I mean, there's a lot of other isekai where people don't get stuck in that world. You have something like Outbreak Company, something like Gate, where you just have them traveling through that. You go through the portal, they can go there and they can come back. That's why I'm when people want to complain and say it's because she logs out, I'm like, dog, that's the same thing as somebody just going through a portal. They're back in their world like that. And I'm just saying, there's that. And another thing is, literally Bofuri literally takes place, majority of the anime takes place inside the game. We might get a little bit of scenes where she's outside the game, but majority of it in the main focus is literally inside the game. We're not focused on shit that has to do with her regular world at all. The only thing we got is just her and Sally just being best friends, and Sally literally telling her about this game. That's all we really have. Majority of the focus of this anime is dead ass inside the game, and even the people they meet. It's not something the anime and you thought you'd never meet a girl online. It's not something like that, where that one it takes place in the game, but we actually see their main lives. It's not nothing like that one, because Bofuri literally takes place in the game. I'll say 95% of the anime is inside the game, and the plot is literally inside the game. We don't give two fucks about what's happening outside the game, because it's not important. The main plot is inside the game. So there's that, and that's the reason why I mess with it. And I mean, just saying, I said, there's a lot of isekai like that, where their main topic, yeah, they get transported there, or they can get transported back. You have something like Dog Days, where they can literally get transported there and transported back, but the main focus is always in the other world. Yeah, I know some people think that isekai have to have some type of risk for it to be an isekai, and I'm like, what isekai are y'all watching? 99% of all isekai don't have no damn risks. Dog, they get, literally their lives are easy as shit. That's how majority of isekai are, because the main character is always OP. And even if they're not OP at first, they become OP by leveling up and getting experience and shit like that. The only ones that, in my opinion, that really have any risks are just something like ReZero, because Subaru lives through a time loop and he always has to figure out how he can get past this certain point, this checkpoint. You have something like SAO, of course. You have something like Full Dive, that basically is the same as SAO, where you get stuck in this point. Well, at least it's a little different, because Full Dive, you get stuck in there and you got to beat a mission, or you can't leave, whatever type of shit. And if you do die in there, you basically die from your brain being fried or whatever the point was, or your game being messed up, whatever it was. But I digress with that one. But yeah, you have those, and then you could say maybe Shield Hero Season 1, because of now for me being transported there and having a hard life, but it's dog, eventually his life becomes way better. So I mean, there's really no risk when it comes to that. If somebody's talking about the risk of dying, I'm like, dog, there's so many anime where people die in. Just because a person dies, it gets transferred they get reincarnated to this world. It's yeah, sure, but I mean, that happens in a lot of different anime, so you can't just act like that's something special or some type of risk that it has to have. I know that's one of the arguments you would have, and like also because it's a game. But like I said, the anime takes place in this game way long. Like we see way more screen time of like them in the game than like we see them in their real world. And it's not like she's playing a game like this with a controller. She's literally in VR. It's not like our VR. It's totally and vastly different because it's in a world she can feel different things. She can eat in that game and it feels like she's eating. So I'm like, how is that not a different world? I'm just saying, how is that? Because like, if we had VR like the way they have VR in anime, we know we would feel that, and we would be like, damn, like how the fuck can it? We would be like, dog, how the fuck can I eat this? And this shit feels like I'm eating type of shit. You know, that's how people would feel. Just saying.
This tastes kind of nasty. Hey, I think your breath made it taste better. Not only did it give it some spice, but it also toned down the pepper.
But yeah, I do feel like Bofuri is one. Like it literally has the vibe of an isekai, and there's literally so many different things that happen here. Like literally, Maple's a broken main character, but she becomes broken because she grinds and all of that. But I know like people would like they bring up the top of it just not being one, and like I don't know why people just think like when it comes to isekai, just people just see people getting reincarnated and all these like generic ass ones. They just think that's the only way, and that's like, yo, if you don't get reincarnated, it's not an isekai type of shit. Because I've seen so many people try to act like the ones with portals are not isekai when literally they're in the isekai genre. So I don't know. If you think Bofuri is an isekai, let me know like why you think it is. If you do not think it's one, let me know in the comments. Because like I said, I feel like it's one because one, it's the whole, yes, she's playing a game, but it's not like she's playing it with a controller. And it's not like she's just like we see her playing it. We dead ass do not see her play it. We see her ass in the game, and like she's in VR and she's eating food and doing all this stuff, and she can tell like how it really feels and shit like that. So I don't know. That's kind of like why I feel like it's one, because it's like majority of the anime takes place in the game and the plot is literally in the game. It's not like we see her outside of the game. So I don't know. So just let me know how you feel about Bofuri though. And also, Bofuri's a really good anime. If you've not watched it, please watch it because it's a phenomenal anime. And like I said, it's really good. I can't wait for season 2. I know we're supposed to be getting, I don't know, some announcements soon maybe or something. I need some type of news because it's like, I'm pretty sure Bofuri was supposed to be coming out this year or next year. I don't remember exactly what it was when season 2 is, but yes, if you've not seen it yet, please watch because it's a phenomenal anime. And like I said, Maple and Sally are two phenomenal characters. Like, they're really good. Like, they're really good. So trust me, if you've not seen it, please watch it though. But yeah, if you're new, why not subscribe if you enjoyed the video? Why not like? If you didn't, you could dislike, subscribe if you really enjoyed. And yes, watch Bofuri, and also let me know if you think it's an isekai or if you think it's not isekai. And I'm wondering why. I just want this conversation to see what other people say, because when I talked about it on TikTok, I had people that are really just not really like going in detail. They're really giving me like generic ass answers and not really answering the question. So I want to know, how do y'all feel? Because I want a lot of different answers I can just talk about, because I like having that type of conversation and like seeing other people's opinions on different stuff, because I'm just curious about it though. But thank you for watching. See you next video though. Bye.